I don't want that in it. Oh, we can go here, yeah. We're about to get. Can I see them?
Last year, 2 minutes before the ceremony, someone tripped the wire and knocked it over and did a scramble.
Every time I run, I'm like,
Oh no, we went to go play. Don't worry, that's a weird. I'll make sure not to. Happened last year, like 2 minutes before. It was like, yeah. You got a nice 5-hour speech thing. I probably will break you down. Well, I'm like, are they gonna prank me again? Yeah. No. Well, there's a first year, and it's like, all right, should we break it down? And we're like, no. I'm like, okay. I guess we won't break it down. I was like, that was. I've never been pranked. That was pretty funny. It is on video. Someone got it on video, I think. Yeah. I'm surprised. You guys love there's like one team I know that's going to flash to this presentation. I know me. It's like 10 years old. Yeah. Probably should get you guys on the seats.
We're gonna start sitting down.
All my friends do it. You should be worried about Terry. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be. Alright, we all locked in. Just like always.
Just be careful when you come up. You got that little twist right there. You're fine. Unless you do a pivot step. You should be right.
Up there, right? Yeah, they're all like in the corner of my government. Yo, wait. So I'm like, you guys need to escape, like just go up the corner. Is your door right here? Dang it. Yeah, I'm actually meeting the pastry chef. Tell her she's missed. It was a different I feel like it was a lot more like spacious now than it was last year. It wasn't like the room was kind of jammed right now. Like a lot of people were standing in the back, and it was just really compact. There was no discussion. I think the decorations are different. But our theme is different. Their theme last year was like last.
Hi, good afternoon. Graduates and those who are here to support these graduates. This is a great class from what I've been told. I'm Renee Taylor, the interim department head for physical therapy, and I'm also the associate dean of academic and faculty affairs here at the college, and I happen to be a professor of occupational therapy and psychology. So I'm very proud to have this opportunity to honor the students who are transitioning into their roles as professionals today. Being new to this department, I haven't had the opportunity, unfortunately, to get to know these students personally. But given that they've completed our program, I can say a few general things I think that will most definitely apply, knowing that they will be the future leaders of this field, and knowing our faculty. So I began working with physical therapists at a generalist outpatient rehab facility here in Chicago as a clinical health and rehab psychologist over 50 years ago. And I could tell many stories from my past about how PTs changed people's lives on a day-to-day basis from those early career days. But I believe that a personal example will have the most impact. It's serendipitous that two events in my life occurred simultaneously within the last few months. The first was that I was asked to serve as this temporary head of this department of PT. And the second is that my mother had, unfortunately, a health event that required her to use physical therapy for the second time in the past year. I could brag about how transformative the PT that she received during her knee replacement was, which was earlier, it was about this time last year. They really helped her manage the pain, and she has full range of motion in her knee, still does, and was walking like an expert everywhere, and just really, really happy. Just kept bragging about her PTs and how well that went. Well, recently she had another interaction with physical therapists, and that was in a skilled nursing facility. And that one has really meant the most to me. That really touched me most and really taught me more about who PTs really are. She caught the flu this winter and developed into pneumonia. She has COPD, lung disease, and at the same time she had a few TIAs, which are mini strokes. And that exacerbated her mild but growing problems with her memory and her balance and her executive functioning. So the thing that surprised me the most was that none of the healthcare professionals in the facility recognized her symptoms. And even in the ER, when she was hospitalized before the nursing facility, everybody kept telling me, this is not neurological, this is pulmonary. So perhaps it is because my mom was very charming socially, and she's very skilled at hiding anything that might be perceived by someone as a weakness or something. The physicians, the nurses, the social workers, even the psychologists at the nursing home kept convincing me that there was nothing wrong with my mom and that they were focusing on her cough, her breathing issues, and her depression. But they failed to recognize the safety risks related to her cognitive problems and her balance problems and the things that she was doing. So healthcare is more than just medicine. And my mom's PT proved that this was true. So despite the medical hierarchy that was obviously in place at that nursing facility, there was one physical therapist that kept insisting that my mother was having a problem that looked a bit like vascular dementia. He not only recognized that she was walking with a shuffling gait with her toes hitting the ground before she hit her heels, but also recognized that she was impulsive, too fast, not planful about the way she moved. He recognized that she was having significant balance issues. These are all symptoms related to a TIA, a mini stroke. So as a psychologist, I'm embarrassed that even the psychologist did not pick this up. My mother is doing better now, but continues to struggle with these issues at home. But now that I know what's going on, I can ask her helpers, and I know what to look for, and we can all keep her safe. So that although I'll never see this PT again, probably, I thank him for his integrity and his bravery in standing up to the other healthcare professionals to name what he saw so that appropriate safety measures could be in place. And so with that, I'll congratulate this class and say that I wish for you the same level of bravery, honesty, and integrity in all that you do. Thanks for joining our program and making us proud here in the Department of PT at UIC. With that, I'm going to invite Dr. Dave Girolami, our Director of Professional Development and Clinical Professor of Physical Therapy, to continue our ceremony.
Destroy this before I used it. Okay, wow, what an amazing crowd. I am so excited to be here today and to congratulate You, the students of the UIC Doctor of Physical Therapy class of 2027, and also to have the opportunity to welcome spouses, partners, family, friends, all of those people that have supported you through these 2 years and even before this. These are the people that challenged you, believed in you, and their role in your journey really matters, and we want to recognize all of you today. So I would like you, the students, to give a hand to your families. So you all know that this marks an important transition. You're going from the structure of the everyday classroom to the complexity and, yes, the responsibility of clinical practice. Over your next 33 weeks of clinical experiences, you will step into the real world where knowledge becomes action and learning becomes care. These are the final stages of your preparation to be a licensed physical therapist. You know you have earned your place. You have shown hard work, resilience, commitment. It's carried you through this demanding first 2 years, and we all want you to know that it is a privilege for the faculty to walk alongside of you, to teach you, to challenge you, to watch you grow into emerging health professionals. As you move into your clinical experiences, you will likely feel a mix of excitement, uncertainty, pride, and maybe even a little bit of apprehension. And honestly, that's exactly where you need to be, because that is where your growth will occur. So I would challenge you to channel those emotions. Be curious and ask questions. Trust your training, but keep learning. Develop your clinical reasoning, not through just what you know, but how you listen, how you observe, and how you reflect. Sounds like PT 633, right? Remember that every patient brings a story, not just a diagnosis. Practice with empathy and recognize the humanity in every interaction. Practice with cultural humility, honoring the diverse experiences of those who are entrusted into your care. And practice with the highest ethical standards, even when it is difficult. Yes, especially when it is difficult. The white coat you receive today is more than a symbol of achievement. It is a symbol of trust. Parents, patients, will place their confidence in you at vulnerable moments in their lives. And we know you will wear the white coat with responsibility, with humility, and with pride. So class of 2027, we are extremely proud of you, and we look forward to seeing the clinicians and the leaders that you will become as you enter the profession next year. And now I would like to invite Dr. Tom McDevitt to the
Thanks for the kind greeting. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Gotta start with this. Moments like this are special. We don't often get times, busy times in school, to sit back and think and reflect. This is a pretty enormous accomplishment that you guys have all made. Physical therapy school, I remember, it's hard, rigorous, demanding, and often challenging in ways few outside of our profession truly understand. Which is why arriving at this point of your journey is such a meaningful accomplishment. I know we're going to clap a lot today, but let's give it up for the class. It looks stunning out here. For those that don't know me, my name is Dr. Tom McDevitt, and I've had the distinct pleasure of teaching these young minds over the past year. I can't help but think back to the first moments together and learning about each and every one of your backgrounds and your interests. I think my favorite observation from all of you guys is just the mere respect that each of you have for each other. Whether it's supplying the class or the baked good during dire times between exams, making sure that not a single birthday is not missed and sung at the end of lab, and even supporting each other after maybe a rough haircut. It really feels like you guys are all invested in this process together. And that's why this truly is special for me to stand up here and welcome you all to this covenant of the White Coats. The White Coat ceremony is a truly remarkable occasion, a monumental day, an unforgettable transition. It's a symbol of the hard work, dedication, and perseverance that have brought you to this point, and a milestone that anticipates the start of your clinical journey. Many professions see the White Coat as a symbol of expertise, authority. Although true, I like to think of it slightly different. To me, it represents the foundation of your professional home that you've spent the last 2 years building. Whether it's anatomy, physiology, or, of course, orthopedics, your foundation is built on these key principles to succeed in this profession. But as you are well aware, foundation is only the beginning. As you enter the clinical world, you will now have the opportunity to build the rest of that home. Every patient interaction, every clinical instructor, every success, and every failure adds another beam, wall, or room. Over time, that home becomes uniquely yours, shaped by your experiences and the relationships that you build. One piece of advice as you shift into the clinical world: healing begins long before your hands touch the patient's shoulder, knee, or back. It begins with a conversation and a story shared in trust built long before any technique or assessment comes into play. It begins with taking the subjective example. As most of you know, a few members of this class have spearheaded a unique project, a podcast titled Taking the Subjective, where they interview classmates and professors about their interests, passions in physical therapy, and advice to future self. Whether you're commuting, walking across campus, just reflecting, this podcast is more than just a conversation. It's a reminder of what is arguably most important in healthcare: being personable and empathetic with the people that you work with. Truly, the most powerful tool in your box isn't necessarily a goniometer, a dynamometer, or even your hands. It's your ability to connect with the patient and listen to their story. Understand why they are there to see you. This is where trust is born, where patients' hope and motivation is built, and where you literally and figuratively give them permission to move. It is the foundation to which you can build your own and truly become more impactful with all the skills. And quite honestly, in 2026, this human connection is increasingly important in a world of advancing technology. AI has shown several benefits as it pertains to healthcare. It can analyze data, interpret imaging, and even assist in clinical decision-making. But as great as it has been in enhancing healthcare, it also has its shortcomings. AI cannot sit across from a patient and truly understand why they're so concerned about returning to work, or hear the hesitation in their voice when they're telling their story, or why getting better matters so deeply to them. Those moments require something uniquely human: empathy, patience, and presence. These are tools that no algorithm can replace. Speaking of people that you can't replace, I think it's also important to reflect on how you all have gotten here today. To all the parents, grandparents, siblings, significant others, and anyone else who I have missed in the crowd tonight today. Thank you for being here to support these stellar students. The qualities that we celebrate today compassion, perseverance, and curiosity didn't start in this program. They started at home, long before the classroom. And it is clear to me that this class was raised well to succeed in this profession. Let's give it up to all the guests in attendance here. On a somewhat related note, being a parent, in my opinion, has a beautiful connection to highlighting how important communication is in healthcare. Now, I may have heard a rumor. Some of you were betting when I mentioned my kids tonight in my speech. Well, congratulations, you know. But the truth is, being a parent has helped me reflect and grow as a clinician and an educator. I share these stories of my kids, not just because they're adorable, but also to demonstrate how they focus my attention on being patient, empathetic, and present. Early on this year, it was very clear to me, each of you were motivated to develop these key communication tools. You all showed me patience, asking me really incredibly smart questions about different manual techniques that we were learning in lab. You all showed me empathy, always asking, hey, Dr. Tom, how was your weekend? Or, did I mention singing happy birthday at the end of class? And of course, you all showed me presence, consistently taking feedback and effortlessly putting it back into practice. Truly, it has been a profound honor teaching all of you and seeing you utilize these key communication tools. Circling back, I want you to remember, the white coat does not define the clinician you will become. Your white coat represents the foundation that you have built. Now comes the important work, continuing to shape the home that will define your professional life. For me, there are rooms I naturally gravitate toward. Tools I reach for often, areas of practice that I feel most at home. But what has become especially clear to me through my time with this group is how much you have challenged me to revisit rooms I had entered less often and pick up tools I had not used as intentionally in some time. Because of my interactions with all of you, I have reflected more deeply on my own practice, how I communicate with patients, how I design a plan of care, and even how I continue developing new skills. That kind of reflection is a gift, and it is one of the reasons I know that this group is special. Each of you has made a distinct impression on me, and I have complete confidence you are ready for what comes next. But as you step forward, I hope you will carry with you a few keys to becoming not just a capable clinician, but a truly special one. Number one, lean on your communication to build rapport with your patients and your colleagues. Your words will always matter and will likely be the difference between your success and your failure. Number two, focus on your methodology. Movement analysis will always be the bread and butter of your exam. Number three, consistently investigate the patient's concerns. Test the problem, treat the problem, and retest. Your diligence in proving your success will seamlessly build trust between you and your patient. Number four, creatively build a movement program for your patient. Each one unique and specific to that person. When in doubt, as much as necessary, as little as possible. And finally, number five, this is my daughter's favorite. She's heard this speech a lot. Have fun. Take your job seriously, greet your patients professionally, and ensure they are safe to be under your care. The more work you do in the beginning to invest in the patient, the more time you will have to enjoy your success in patient care. And on that note, welcome to the White Coat Covenant. Congratulations, class of 2027.
Hey everyone, I'm Riley Acott, as a pickleballer and class representative alongside Caroline, of course.
And my name is Andrew Garcia, soon to be replaced student worker. Shout out Catherine and Megan. And I am your impeached class representative. Thanks for the second chance. So before we begin, we gotta give some grade 2 love. First off, to our White Coat Committee. So if I say your name, Riley and I kindly ask that you please stand up. Starting with Caroline. Riley. Annie. Bucknell. Leah. Anisha. Hannah. Sabrina. Caitlin. And Jeremiah. Thank you all for the time, energy, and care that you all put into making this ceremony so meaningful for all of us.
We'd also like to take a moment to show our appreciation to our professors and other faculty for your brilliance and patience that has guided us for the last 2 years. And for the constant, unfortunate reminder that the answer to most of our questions. One more. Is it the best?
And to the families and friends that came today to continue to show the support that you always provide for us, thank you too. Thank you for showing up today and for showing up for us long before this moment.
For the past 2 years, we spent a lot of time as a class studying how patients and PTs interact with the healthcare system. From inpatient in the ICU to outpatient with the advocates. We truly covered physical therapy from birth to death. In our brainstorming for this speech, Andrew and I realized that our experience as students in this program is actually quite similar to the experience the patient may have with physical therapy from eval to discharge. We recognize that not everyone has the same understanding of all types of PT, but that outpatient physical therapy is probably what most people think of when it comes to PT. So for the sake of us all being on the same page, just keep that classic outpatient PT clinic in mind as you listen to the story of the class of 2027.
So the way the story all started was what, like Riley said, it's like an initial eval. It's clickers. Oh. That for us was orientation day. We walked into our rundown and sauna-like clinic, HSB, and in our professionally dressed clothing that we all bought in bulk the week before. Thanks, Terry, for breaking the trend there. I wasted a lot of money because of you. And we all sat down in room 409. Daniel, you came a bit later than everybody else. And then the subjective began. And let's all admit, we all started doing our scans. We were looking at the people around us, the cockroach or two on the floor, and you couldn't help but think, what am I getting myself into? How hard is this actually going to be? Do I belong here? And who are these people that I'm about to spend every single day with? With these thoughts in mind, the rest of the day unfolded. It was at this point in our eval where we realized what we signed up for. We got our course run-throughs, we got our student panels where we could put faces to names of our second-year buddies, and we got a quick tour of everything that UIC had to offer. And of course, we had our social at MC Bar, which of course, I'm pretty sure I had a great time with you guys, but I have like no memory of it.
And that was the rebound. On day one, we were a group of strangers. trying to figure out each other, trying to figure out if we belonged, trying to figure out what came next, and if we were ready for it.
And despite the uncertainties, like a great patient, we showed up to every session. Save for Tim and John, to talk to people every night.
All right, and after that orientation, we were off. Like a patient, those first couple weeks of rehab, where they're learning how to do a clamshell or a chin tuck or brace their transverse abdominis. Our first semester was foundational. We were building our understanding of anatomy and physiology. It was literally our intro to PT. Now, when I said that the first semester was foundational, I don't mean that we were learning broad concepts. Let's take a look at some examples from our physiology class. And bear with us. Nice. See, Andrew here is an academic weapon. All right, he's a machine. We know that. We know all the study he has to fix us. He came straight into PT school after graduating from undergrad just a few months prior. In fact, I think most of you did the same. And respect, honestly, I don't know how you guys did that. The rest of us needed a year or two before we were ready to start school back up again. Whether your academic skills were a little rusty from your gap year, or if you were coming in hot, this stuff is hard. Who remembers learning about the math kinase pathway? I know. Yeah, please show of hands. You guys remember learning about it at least, right? Cool. Who would feel like they can still explain this? Yeah. Sorry. It was starting to make sense why my PT boss during my gap year told me that my future classmates and I would be trauma bonded. I'm sure Matthew felt a little closer to his cadaver lap group with bone marrow splattered in his hair while dissecting that patella. Knowing you weren't alone through the challenges came with a sense of stability.
And just when you felt like you were getting in the groove of things, your PT gave you a new progression. For us, that progression was going from 3 classes to 6. So what already was a grind was even more of a grind. I mean, the days were long. Some days were like Wednesdays, even rough for everybody involved. We love you. But as we spent more time in the classroom, we spent more time together. I mean, Kahoot laid it out for us. You had rows 5 and 6, plus Megan. You had Old and Watch, with Unks in the back. And of course, the girly box. What I'm trying to get at here is that in the middle of the chaos, we started finding our people. It was who you sat next to. It was who you studied with. Who was alongside you as your elbows deep into cadaver? Angel, Jeremiah? Those same people became the ones that you lean on. Someone always had your back, even if you didn't know who it was. We weren't just going through it anymore. We were helping each other get through it.
That grind that we went through last spring was much like the grind some patients have to go through. Patients don't always see progress right away, and that can be hard. But if you have a good PT, like these PTs, they'll keep you motivated. They'll show, I had to put my class innovation. They'll show how, slowly but surely, the effort from the team of big PT plus little PT is making a difference. And once the patient can see that, they'll have buy-in. For us students, this is how the summer semester felt. We were getting a lot of hands-on time, and we were finally starting to notice the difference in our skills, and with that, our confidence. And all this time, we've known we wanted to be physical therapists, but now we can see that future more clearly. We can actually picture it happening. We had and looking for us, we had a short and sweet 2-week clinical to satisfy our appetite and round up first year PT school.
And coming back for year 2, we weren't just trying to get through things anymore. Instead, we were taking ownership of what we were doing. And the same went for the snacks that Caitlin would make. I mean, for everyone else in the audience, Caitlin would give us food, and it was a bloodbath. Especially because of Neil and Gary. They took like 520 pieces back then. But our content is essentially started shifting. It's describing what something is to now deciding what we're going to do about it and why. So instead of your typical lecture, we were witnessing our content come to life. So our professors were demonstrating techniques now, usually on Rachel, and then we would try it out on our own classmates. Whether it was managing torticollis, teaching pressure relief to our spinal cord patients, or literally throwing our vestibular patients. Nice technique, Pia. We were applying our knowledge to different populations and developing different ways of thinking. And if by some miracle you haven't noticed what we're getting at, Riley and I were here to tell you that you've really grown. Just a year ago, we were the ones asking our second-year buddies if we should wear scrubs to cadaver if that was doing too much, what gummy kit we should buy, and how to study for everything. And now, we're the ones receiving those same texts. And this time, we're giving the answer instead of looking for it. That's real growth. And the growth, it didn't stop there. We grew as people at the same time. You had Run Club. You had Bible study. You had Climbing Club. Owl at the Moon. I don't remember that much either. You had intramurals. And maybe you even found a loving partner in your time here. You name it. Somehow, with everything going on, we still found time to grow as both students and people.
And with that, we're all caught up to this semester. We just had an MSK exam earlier this week, finished off midterms. Thanks for going easy on us, Dr. Tom. And now finals are only a few weeks away. We're about ready for discharge. And that's not just because we're done with our time in the classroom clinic, but because we're ready to take what we've learned to the real clinic. We've grown, as Andrew said. Thinking back to that first day, our eval, we didn't know each other, what we were doing, or much of anything really. Looking at us now, we clearly are not the same people who walked into that clinic.
And this white coat, it doesn't signify that we have all the answers. It definitely doesn't mean that we figured everything out either. And it doesn't mean that we won't feel unsure sometimes. I mean, it should. What it means is that despite all of that, we're still ready to step in anyway.
The core concept of this profession, the ability to support someone when they need it. And the reason we're ready to do that is because we've already done it with each other.
That's right. We found our footing here. So when you go out and make sure you do that for others. Class of 2027, thank you for the great memories. Good luck in the clinic. And don't forget to be the person in red.
We are ready to come on to the next portion of our ceremony, and so we are all so honored to present our candidates. So when we call your name, please come forward to receive your white coat and pin. Okay? So the first is Olivia McCarty. Olivia is interested in neurology and schools.
Riley Aycott. Riley is interested in orthopedics and neurology. Lucas Alexander. Lucas is interested in sports and outpatient orthopedics.
Jolo Iola. Jolo is interested in pediatrics and orthopedics. Yvette Calderon. Yvette is interested in outpatient orthopedics, sports, neurology, and pelvic floor.
Matthew Cathro. Matthew's interested in sports and neurology. Rachel Chung. Rachel is interested in inpatient rehab and pediatrics.
John Chakra. John is interested in orthopedics and sports.
Isaac Dahlstrom. Isaac is interested in inpatient rehab and acute care.
Megan Dembski. Megan is interested in sports.
Meredith Doyle. Meredith is interested in outpatient orthopedics and neurology.
Alex Dvorak. Alex is interested in inpatient rehab, neuro, and sports. April D. April is interested in sports, dance, and gymnastics, and neurology.
Then Rosal Delathy. Then is interested in public health, pediatrics, and neurology. Andrew England. Andrew is interested in sports, neurology, and orthopedics.
Brady Fletcher. Brady is interested in sports and outpatient orthopedics. Andrew Bryce Chu Garcia. Andrew is interested in education, outpatient, and sports.
Brenda Garcia. Brenda is interested in outpatient orthopedics and neurology. Monisha Charmaine Gay. Monisha is interested in orthopedics and pelvic health.
Dahlia Urchikov. Dahlia is interested in orthopedics and sports.
Maeve Goben. Maeve is interested in sports, strength, conditioning, and research.
Abigail Market. Abby is interested in neurology, applied therapy, and sports. Zach Cook. Zach is interested in sports and tactical populations.
Aisha Trevivullah. Aisha is interested in pelvic health, pregnancy care, and pediatrics. Jeremiah, Love, and Kennedy. Jeremiah is interested in prenatal pelvic health.
Tanya Kunjang. Tanya is interested in orthopedics and vestibular.
Eliza Larkin. Eliza is interested in neurology, sports, and pediatrics.
Mackenzie Clarkson. Mackenzie is interested in orthopedics, sports, neurology, and canine therapy. Catherine Lasoda. Catherine is interested in pelvic health and orthopedics.
Timothy Levasseur. Timothy is interested in orthopedics and sports.
Angel Ruiz Manale. Angel is interested in neurology and sports. Gary May. Gary is interested in orthopedics, neurology, and sports.
Anna Miller. Anna is interested in acute care and neurology. Pia Moskowska. Pia is interested in acute care, vestibular, and neurology. Sabrina Angela Oliveras. Sabrina is interested in acute care, orthopedics, and vestibular.
Verbal Patel. Verbal is interested in sports and strength and conditioning. Kathy Pham. Kathy is interested in pelvic floor and urology.
Karina Reyes. Karina is interested in pelvic floor, vestibular, and outpatient orthopedics. Maddie Reyes. Maddie is interested in pediatrics and sports.
Wilbur Antonio Rivas Rodriguez. Wilbur is interested in orthopedics, sports, and acute care. Anna Rosenfeld. Anna is interested in orthopedics, pelvic health, and performing arts. Ricardo Salinas. Ricardo is interested in sports, orthopedics, and strength and conditioning.
Alicia Sarusi. Alicia is interested in inpatient neurological rehab. Caroline Shopper. Caroline is interested in pediatrics. Caitlin Sellers. Caitlin is interested in neurology and sports.
Ira Sports. Ira is interested in orthopedics, sports, neurology, and chemotherapy. Amelia Elizabeth Trodak. Amelia is interested in education, neurology, and orthopedics. Neil Ivan Visuras. Neil is interested in outpatient neurology and sports.
Abigail Wall. Abigail is interested in orthopedics, pediatrics, and patient rehab.
Annie Wiley. Annie is interested in neurology and pediatrics. Grace Willard. Grace is interested in sports, orthopedics, and neurology.
Ella Wojcicki. Ella is interested in neurology, sports, and education. Terry Yao. Terry is interested in acute care, inpatient, and neurology.
Ashley Yoshihara. Ashley is interested in neurology, sports, and orthopedics. Last and finally, but definitely not least, Jasmine Zelinsky. Jasmine is interested in sports, period. But next, we would like to invite up Dr. Richard Severin for our closing remarks into the room.
to keep it short on the last step between you guys going out to your dinner reservations and taking some great photos at the end. So I'm going to say I'm super proud of you guys. Congratulations. My family should be super proud of this moment. It's a special time, and seeing the effort you guys put into the ceremony is just amazing. Really, I'm going to try not to get emotional. Try to keep it up here. So, but another round for our Next, we'll move forward to our physical therapy oaths. So, class 2027, please rise. And raise your right hand. And if you are a licensed PT or PTA, feel free to join in with our oath. So the way this will go, I will repeat the line, just repeat after me. Okay? So, in the presence of my colleagues, friends, family, teachers, and in view of the honored profession I am entering into, I solemnly pledge that.
In the presence of my colleagues, friends, family, and teachers, and in view of the honored profession I am entering into, I solemnly pledge that
I will practice physical therapy with compassion, preserving the dignity and well-being of my patients.
I will practice physical therapy with compassion, preserving the dignity and well-being of my patients.
I will respect the lives and choices of my patients, safeguarding the trust and confidentiality of our relationship.
I will respect the lives and choices of my patients, safeguarding the trust and confidentiality of our relationship.
I will remain humble, recognize my limitations, and seek collaboration and continued education to improve my care.
I will remain humble, recognize my limitations, and seek collaboration and education to improve my care.
I will share my knowledge with colleagues and patients openly and patiently.
I will share my knowledge with colleagues and patients openly and patiently.
I will strive to enhance the quality of life for all of my patients.
I will strive to enhance the quality of life for all my patients.
I will do no harm and uphold ethical, fair, and just practices.
I will do no harm and uphold ethical, fair, and just practices.
I will not allow my judgment to be influenced by race, creed, religion, greed, or unethical behavior.
I will not allow my judgment to be influenced by race, creed, religion, greed, or unethical behaviors.
I will commit to advancing the profession, ensuring all who seek care receive proper and ethical treatment.
I will commit to advancing the profession, ensuring all who seek care receive proper and ethical treatment.
With this oath, I embrace the responsibilities and rewards of this profession.
With this oath, I embrace the responsibilities and rewards of this profession.
Should we break it down? Let's give him a round of applause. One last thing to do before a photo and refreshment. There's a little tradition in our program of breaking things down before the next activity. You guys have completed a pretty big activity and about to go join in celebration with your families. So, class 2027, our new white coats, their hands up. Ready, break! All right. Would you please help join us for Yeah, if you will please join us up front, class 2027, for a group photo. Refreshments are available in the end. We have two different options for photos. Congratulations again, and enjoy the visit. Thank you.
I think we should have a sitting row in front because you have the chairs.
Oh, this is
Not much. How do you guys code it? Hey, can you guys help us with the chairs so we can have a sitting? How many do you want?
Let some people sit outside. Some people sit in the chairs. To get a little bit tighter.
By the window. She gets it, April. I got called out. Sorry.
On the count of three. 3, 2, 1.
The faculty are going to take a picture. Flowers got on my phone. Sorry.
We turn off the
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Hello?